Hey everybody, Desir here with an update to my Cosmic Crucible progress. As you see, I'm at about 1786 for my Tribunal rating. It's definitely not where I want to be because I'm towards the bottom of Diamond 3. By now I was hoping to either stay in the middle portion, be in the top, or even get into that Masters 1 by now. There have been some snags that you guys saw in my previous videos for what teams kind of trip me up, and I had a lot of close matches, which I'm still loving this season. Here you can see my current rank is 745. When the season ended last, Cosmic Crucible for Season 5, I was about in the top 500 or just outside of it if I recall. So I definitely dropped some places, but it's real easy right now to make the ground up. So the big question is, what changes am I making to my Cosmic Crucible defense? So let's take a look at that, and I'll kind of go over the teams and why I'm using them. For stage 1, just as a reminder, the rules are Raider and Skirmisher characters gain 200% damage when under 50% health. So to take advantage of these rules, I am going to be using the Secret Defenders with Spider-Man Noir. Previously in the week, I was running Photon as a striker, thinking that her ISO attack, clearing the buffs, would kind of help my team out more, but I feel having her as a Raider because of those AoE attacks, a passive that goes off, that's gonna get extra damage when that does proc. The Spider-Man Noir does throw some RNG into this if they do try to use the new Warriors, so that should help out. If they really want to use the new Warriors, they're gonna have to think about it. They may just overinvest and maybe go with like a Superior 6 or a Masters of Evil in here as well, unless they do want to roll the dice on that new Warriors. So I'm hoping that keeping the Secret Defenders in here with them all as Raiders or Skirmishers, as you see, is going to really play into my favor. For stage 2, I'm just going to treat this as a dead room. There's really nothing in here that I can put where it's going to pull something really big. So instead of putting this team here in, say, like stage 5, Pegasus would probably just destroy it because of the whole revive that they get for using their ult. So I'm just going to put this team in here, and Darkhold I can just throw elsewhere, and it's still going to pull the same thing. So as a reminder, the bonuses in here are Mystic characters gain plus 20% drain per bleed, offense down, trauma, or disrupted. What I'm doing right now is I'm just going to test out the new X-Men reworks for Colossus and Phoenix, throw them in here with Rogue and Sunfire, where they're going to be taking advantage of the unlimited tags, while Phoenix, Colossus, and Cyclops can take advantage of the uncanny tags. Now I do want to point out that I'm not 100% sold on this team. I think one of the weak links in here is going to be Sunfire. I am tempted to kind of swap him out for Dorm, or if I end up getting X-23 built up by the end of the season, she may slot in here as well. So this is still a work in progress. I definitely do want to test it out though. Stage 3 is bonkers as far as the rules go in here. It's one of the 2 big rooms, well technically 3 big rooms of this Cosmic Crucible season. So when a positive effect is applied to a character, increase the duration of all positive effects on allies of that character by +1 to a max of 3. When a negative effect is applied to a character, increase the duration of all negative effects on allies of that character by +1 to a max of 3. So there's really 2 big defenses that can go in here that give people problems. There's the one I'm using with, which is Infinity Watch. That's if you want to go with the more balanced approach. The other option would be Superior 6. I prefer to use my Superior 6 on offense, so that way I make sure I have efficient full clears. But if you do want to be that turtle, then Superior 6 is fantastic in here because they usually will require a sack or a very high investment team if they want to try to go for the one shot in there. With the Infinity Watch though, they are such a huge efficiency sink and they scale so well. As you see, I took them up to about 2.4 million. I still want to get that second diamond on Adam Warlock, then I'll probably stop there. But right now they're all level 98. They're all 2 diamond except for Adam Warlock. And I may take them up to 99 and 100 depending on how next season will go. But I'm loving Infinity Watch in this room. Stage 4 is one of the very important rooms of this Cosmic Crucible season, and it's really crazy to see how it keeps shifting what's in there week after week. It started off with like Secret Offenders, then went into Out of Time, and then Extreme X-Men with Rogue and Black Knight, so I'm trying to put a little twist on that. Just as a reminder, the rules in here are anytime a character gains energy from an active ability, they're going to gain an extra ability energy. When an enemy character dies, ally characters gain +1 ability energy. Also, ultimate abilities cost +3 more ability energy. So my goal in here is the rework to Jubilee looks really good for the Extreme X-Men. So she is going to hopefully give the assist to either Nightcrawler or Gambit, and then they can start ramping up, getting kills, getting more ability energy, and Jubilee will keep getting that speed increase. And because I needed to get a different team on defense, that's why I pulled Rogue and Cyclops, and I made that team for stage 2. That's still kind of a work in progress. But I really like this team. I'm hoping that it actually performs as well as I think it does in my mind, and I'll kind of monitor it and we'll see how it does later on in this week. There really aren't any fantastic tech teams that you can put in stage 5 to take advantage of these rules, which are whenever a tech character ults, revive an ally tech character at 100% health. So what I'm doing is I'm treating this as a dead room and trying to make sure my opponent can't really take advantage of this room rules. So the X-Men team that I have in stage 2, I thought about putting it in stage 5 right here. However, I feel that Pegasus would be able to beat that a whole lot easier in stage 5 because of the ult reviving another tech character. So what I'm doing is I'm treating this as a dead room, like I mentioned, by putting Darkhold in here, and they still need to throw like a good invested team in here with Tangled Web, which means they can't use Tangled Web in another room. So that's kind of my plan for stage 5. For stage 6, I am going to stick with the Hero Asgardian with Dorm. This room here is more for having my opponent roll the dice on the Valkyrie passive to go off, and that will determine if I actually pull a win out or if I pull more efficiency points from my opponent. So for the bonuses in the room, on turn characters lose all buffs from self and heal 10% max health for each buff that is removed. The Dorm is in here as insurance policy. That way if the Valkyrie dies or one of the other characters dies, they come back, and I have another chance to get that Valkyrie passive to go off, which is really going to sink the efficiency from my opponent or pull that W if Valkyrie can live long enough and actually get to that ultimate. Because I'm pretty sure everybody that's playing has experienced the Hero Asgardian just going off because the exposed mechanic kind of get into Valkyrie and Vol, and it's just a lot of RNG for what this room brings. And if somebody does decide to use like a New Warriors or Masters of Evil in here, it just means they can't use it elsewhere. So I'm trying to pull and stretch my opponent's offense while still maintaining my offense as well to where I can out efficiency them. So that is how I plan on approaching stage 6. Currently, those will be the defensive teams I plan on using. There may be some slight adjustments here and there, like stage 2. I'm still not sold on it, but I definitely want to experiment with this to see how they end up doing in there. Another example is if I do get X-23 built up, she may slot in one of the X-Men teams or elsewhere. There's also the Cabal team that's coming. Iron Patriot is coming out on Friday, and him with Namor might possibly shake up the Cosmic Crucible meta as well. Let me know in the comments section below. Did you guys end up building up or use any of the X-Men reworks? Do you not think they're good enough for Cosmic Crucible? I'm kind of curious on your opinions. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. I just broke 200 subscriptions, which I am in awe about. I'm so excited for how fast this channel is growing, and you guys letting me know how much you're enjoying the videos. So please keep liking, subscribing, and sharing the channel. You all have a wonderful rest of the day and a great Cosmic Crucible.